My name is Kenneth Ordinary. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I've served over half my life in prison. I'm 64. I served about 32 years in TDC, and you know, I was just here to speak to y'all and try to inspire somebody, to change their life and not go back to the same thing. Me myself, I've never been a big baller, shot caller and all that, but I have been a criminal, and it never paid off. So that's why I'm trying to talk to somebody, if I can be helpful. And here's my story.
Mr. Lemon, welcome to RB3 TV, man.
Thank you, man.
Oh, yeah, man. I appreciate you for sitting down with me and willing to share your story, because a lot of people need to hear this. And you said you want to do this really for the youth, right?
Well, really, I hope that it can touch everybody.
Yeah.
Even the old guys. Mm-hmm. Because, see, a lot of old guys think that, can't nobody tell them nothing. Mm-hmm. A lot of old guys think that they too old to learn something new, And
right.
then even some of the things that they might hear, they might already know. But sometimes they need to hear it again, just to dig it up out the pits of their memory,
Gotcha.
And then once it come back to their head, they start thinking about it. And it might help them too,
Gotcha.
Because, see, we have learned a lot of things, man. I've learned a lot of things in my life. But some things I tend to store away. And maybe I don't forget them because they're in my head. They're in my mind. But I don't bring it to the youthfulness of my mind. Mm-hmm. But now if somebody tell me something, then I might remember why I learned that. And now they come back to the forefront. Mm-hmm. And even sometimes, man, we hear things, but at that particular time, it might not be exactly time to use what we heard. But as soon as the situation pop up, then what we heard come to our rescue,
Gotcha.
It'll pop up in our mind then.
All right.
So some things ain't meant to be used right then.
Gotcha.
But once you get it into your mind, then it's there. And it's able to be used at the time that you need it. Mm-hmm. You see? So that's why even the old guys and young guys, some of them, man, they just got a different kind of way of thinking. Mm-hmm. Especially this generation here that's mm-hmm. coming up now. Look at young guys that say in their 20s, even some of them, man, that's in their 30s. See, I'm 64, and I'm not the smartest guy in the world. Mm-hmm. But I have learned a few things in my life. And I had to learn the hard way, because couldn't nobody tell me nothing. I really thought I was sharp. I thought I was smart. I thought I was slick. But I had to pay for all that,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And man, I've been to prison. I got 5 convictions and 3 more parole violations. So I've been to prison 8 times, actually. Mm-hmm. And I spent I'm going to say about 32 years of my life in prison.
That's about half of your life.
Yeah. And my first sentence was my first number was 270677. Got that in 1977. Mm-hmm. I was 17 years old when I first went to prison, Mm-hmm. And man, see, actually, I got locked up when I was about 15, sent to the boys' home. Mm-hmm. And while I was in the boys' home, I actually escaped from the boys' home. Got away, went to running around, stealing trucks, breaking in houses, stole another truck. I got rid of the first one, stole another truck, and then going down the road, I got popped. I got busted, Mm-hmm. And they locked me up. They gave me auto theft, and they gave me burglary, Mm-hmm. But since I was so young, 17, they kind of let me make it then. They gave me 2 years, Mm-hmm. and a probation. Now, I got out within a year. in 78. But man, by 1980, oh man, I was right back in there. You know, see, some of us go to prison, and I'm not saying all of us, but some of us go to prison, and you know, we learn how to be better criminals. You know, some of us go to prison, and maybe okay, we might say, well, this is enough. I learned my lesson. You know, I'm gonna start living my life differently. Now that's good if you can learn the easy way. But for me, hey man, one ass whooping wasn't enough. You know, I just kept on until I finally got the last sentence I had, 26 years. I did 10 straight on that. Then I went back 3 more times for a parole. I have not caught another case because I decided after that 10 years that I was going to quit committing crime, which I did. I don't commit crime no more, you know, because, you know, I realized, man, that once I commit one crime, and if I get away, then all they're going to do is enhance me to commit more, you know, because I'm going to think I can get away with them too.
Yeah.
But eventually, if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to eventually get caught, you know. And then comes the time. And the more times that you get caught, y'all already know, the more times you get caught, the bigger the sentence. So, but one thing I did, while I was in prison, man, I started learning. You know, when I was in there, I went to school, I got my GED. Then I even took some college courses. I didn't finish to get my associate degree, but a lot of knowledge stuck with me. And when I got out, I started trying to get jobs. Now it wasn't easy getting. At first it was because TDC helped you to get. They had places that hire ex-offenders, you know. And I got on that, but you know, trying to get into the right type of living, but also you got to understand that the wrong type of living was still out there, you know. And that's the kind of stuff I was used to. Let me explain this. When I was a young man, when I was a kid, I was actually raised right. I had a good mother and father, you know, and I was raised up in the church, you know, and I knew God. I got baptized, and I really believed in God from the age of 9 years old. But as soon as I got like about 14, 15, my mom and dad let me start running around with my friends. Man, look here, I ran across the wrong kind of friends. And you have what's called peer pressure. You want to be accepted by your friends. You want to prove that you're somebody to your friends. And so that means that you'll go around and do things to impress your friends, you know? And not only when you're a kid, we do the same thing now, you know, in our adult age. We do things just to impress our friends. Or we do things to impress women, you know? And sometimes the things that we do, you know, really, really, really lead us down the wrong road. And that's what happened to me. Running with my friends, that's when I started first committing crime. And yeah, I made some money. But see, the money I made didn't last long. Why? Because I always figured, I made this little money tonight, I can go and mess that off, because I'm going to make me some more tomorrow, you know?
By committing more crime.
Right, by committing more crime. So I didn't have to worry about trying to save some money.
Right.
Because I can spend all I want. You know, I'm gonna go break in this building here or this house tomorrow. Anyway, that money don't last long. You know, and I have to go do more and more and more. And eventually, keep doing the same, you're going to eventually get caught. You're not going to get away forever. You know, if anybody have gotten away forever, then please come and tell me how they did it. I don't believe none of y'all gotten away forever because you wouldn't be sitting where you at now. You know? And one thing about it, I didn't want to listen, couldn't nobody tell me nothing. You know what I mean? Man, I was hard-headed. You know? I knew everything. You know? I was smarter than them. You know? But I'm gonna tell you, I wish I would listen to some of them people. You know, even when I was in prison, older guys used to tell me things.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to listen to them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they couldn't tell me nothing. I was the man. I was the boss of my life. I did what I wanted to do. But what I wanted to do always got me in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, always made my life terrible. You know, but I wish I would have knew then, at that time, what I know now.
Mm-hmm.
What I've learned now is that you're never too old to learn. You know, I'm 64 today. I learn stuff every day. You know, wisdom comes from the mouth of little babies.
Mm.
That's where I believe. You might not believe that, but that's real. You know, you have right now. There's a girl. She's about 23 years old. She talks to me every day,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, I really listen to her because sometimes she tells me some things that really carries wisdom.
Uh-huh.
You see, if a person tell you something, you don't just dismiss it. You look at what they say, you listen to what they said, and you hear it, and then you make a judgment whether what they said has wisdom to it,
Mm-hmm.
whether it has truth and wisdom. If it do, then you take it in. Now, if it's something that's stupid or something that's gonna get you in trouble, then that kind of stuff you don't need to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're tired of being tired, you want to live the rest of your life in prison. Yeah, one day you're gonna get out. You're gonna get out of jail. You're gonna get out of prison. But if you don't learn anything, learn how to live life the way that would keep you out of prison.
Mm-hmm.
Live life the way that will allow you to be somebody to somebody else. You know, of course, we all somebody to somebody else, even though we're in prison.
Right.
You know, we got people that love us. But when you get out, you're going to have somebody come to you that's going to really need you to be there for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And those people, can you be someone to them? In order to do that, you have to walk with wisdom, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Now, wisdom, you know, that's not just having knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You can go into a book and all that stuff. And you can talk to people. They can tell you a bunch of things, and they give you a bunch of knowledge.
Right.
But wisdom is knowing how to use the knowledge that you have.
Mm-hmm.
You know. See, I learned a bunch of stuff and stuff I knew, but I didn't use that knowledge.
Uh-huh.
You know. I used the other kind of knowledge, the street knowledge.
The street knowledge.
You know.
The wrong knowledge.
Yeah, the wrong knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, and you know what I call if I say, man, he's dumb, well, what I'm actually saying is that he just don't know.
Right.
You know? Ignorant, just don't know. But you know what stupid is? Stupid is when you do know, and you still go and do it.
Mm.
You know. So a lot of us who think that we real sharp and smart, all this thing that we know, but yet still we go do it anyway. We know can go to jail. We know we can go to prison. We know we can get killed
Mm-hmm.
if we do this. But guess what? We're going to do it anyway, you see?
Right.
And then we get killed. And then I'll go to jail. See, that's what I call stupid.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the prison system rehabilitated you, or do you think it hurt you?
I don't think, actually, man, I'm not just going against prison,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think prison rehabilitates anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think a person has to rehabilitate themselves. They have to come to the point, man, where they just really come to their end.
Mm-hmm.
They have to reach rock bottom, you know, and then they got to come to themselves. Just like the prodigal son in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Prodigal son says that he took all his father's riches and then he went from the mansion to the street, messed up all his money. And when he messed his money off, would nobody give him nothing. And he was so hungry, he had to eat the food that the pigs was eating, you know? And you know, to a Jew, eating the food with pigs is really the lowest that you can go, you know? And I've been there, you know? I've been where I had to sleep under the bridge, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been there where I really hurt some people that really love me. And when that happened, you know, I done seen people that love me actually start crying behind what I did.
Mm.
But you know what? They didn't try to hurt me or nothing. All they wanted me was to just get out their life, you know?
Mm.
And so I had to get out their life. And then I'm out in the street, sleeping under the bridge myself, you know? And after that, I kept thinking about the tears that were falling down my woman's eyes, falling down her face. And I really loved that woman. You know, it hurt me so much. You know, I told myself, I said, hey, I have to stop this. You know, I got to stop this, man. I really broke somebody's heart, and that broke my heart. And that's what really broke me up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, made me make some changes in my life. You know, have you ever made your mama cry?
Oh yeah.
You know, did it hurt you?
Very much.
See, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So, and then it ain't got to, it could be your wife, it could be your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even in that time that I'm telling y'all about, even my stepson came to me crying, you know, angry, crying. And really, when I looked at him and he came to me like that, that's what really did it.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, hey man, I can't keep doing people like this. I think, okay, I do bad, I go to prison. Oh, I can handle this, you know, it's just me, you know. But I'm hurting other people that love me, you know. They got to do time with me. They got to send me money. They got to come visit, you know, right? Even though they do it on our parts now. But yet still, you know, hey man, that is not the life.
And it costs money too.
Yeah, it costs money, but it's not the life that we were designed to live as men, you know.
Yeah.
So, as a man, I mean, we supposed to be responsible for the ones that love us.
Now let me ask you this, because a lot of people don't think about this when they're out there doing this crime, committing crimes with these so-called friends, right?
Yeah.
So when you had to go up the road, you had to do your time. You know, people had to put money on your books, right?
That's right.
Who put money on your books? The same people you were committing crimes with, or your family?
That's a good question. And you know,
Yeah,
people I was doing crime with didn't put no money, didn't even write. You know what I'm saying? And they went on about their life, about their business, man. And then some of them got locked up. You know? So, but the only people that put money on my books, man, was my mother. God bless her, rest in peace. She's gone now. And she died when I was in prison.
Lord.
Yeah, man, and they wouldn't even let me go to film. You know? So that hurt. That really changed my life a lot because I used to depend on my mother when I was out here. I get locked up and then she died. I get out, no more mother.
Yeah.
So now I got to go, you know, I have to find somebody else because we all need somebody.
How did that affect you in the prison? Because in the prison you gotta stay strong in there.
But you know what, man? A lot of us, when we go to prison, all right, we real macho. We get macho in there. You know, you have to be. You know, because if you're not, man, some people are trying to take advantage of you, right? We had took a break, and we just come back. I'm gonna try to resume from where I finished, from where I stopped. Now, I think I was thinking about being macho.
And the passing of your mother. You hearing about the passing of your mother while you were locked up and they wouldn't let you go to the funeral.
Okay, the passing of my mother, you know, and I was locked up. Well, I've been in prison so much that there's been a lot of time where I really ain't been with my mother. So, but every time I got out, my mother was there for me. And even while I was there, my mother supported me while I was in there, you know. And so I always really been dependent on my mother. You know, my mother loved me. No matter what I did, my mother still loved me, you know. I mean, my business, man, I could do wrong, and she still be there for me. And I love my mother. My mother showed to me the kind of love that God has for us, you know. No matter what we do, God's still there for us. God, you know.
Unconditional.
Unconditional. And that's how my mother loved me.
Yeah.
And when she passed, you know, friend of mine, she was helping me when I was in prison too. And she wrote me and told me about, she sent me a JPay, told me that my mother had passed. And when I read that, I really didn't understand what she was talking about at first. And so I had to go get on the phone and call, and then she explained my mother passed. And you know, I went back into myself, and I'm gonna tell you, I couldn't even cry. You know, I couldn't even cry. You know, when I first heard the news. But I'm gonna say about a month later, I really kind of started feeling, you know, and I'm in the bed one night, and the tears came about my mother, you know, and I'm just telling y'all this, though, just to say that we spent all this time incarcerated, and people, everybody have to go, but you really regret when you wasn't able to be there to, you know, spend time with the one you love, if they pass. And it's just, it's hard, especially when you get out of prison. When every time you was out, she was there for you. If you didn't have nowhere to sleep, you can go over her house. If you want something to eat, you can go over her house. You know, if you need a little change in your pocket, you can go to her house. You know, she always called, checking on you to see if you're all right. You know, support. You know, the one who loves you more than anybody in the world. Now, she gone. I'm gonna tell you something. Since I've been out, and I really have taken steps to really stay out. The first step is to do not commit no more crime, no more criminal activity. I find jobs, even you know, I may not be able to get a legitimate job where I get hired and I pay taxes to get a check and pay taxes, but I go find me some work, you know, under the table. I go work for people, contractors and stuff like that. You know, everybody always looking for some help. So I go help them. And so I make me some money every day, you know. But one thing about it, I'm able to maintain. I even, this place where I'm at right now, you know, I'm able to rent me a room, you know. And you know, God bless me. You know, for one thing, God bless a man, because you might not think that the word of God in the Bible, and some of y'all might not be a Christian, some of y'all might be a Muslim or something else, but the word of God is true. God says when you find a wife, you find a good thing, and God will grant you faithful, you know. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I've had plenty of favor from God. I've been having things happening for me that I don't know how it came, but it came. Because I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm not perfect. I messed up. I ain't all the way there yet. But I'm trying to not go back there where I was. I realized that running around with my partners that's still off in the crime, I understand, man, that, you know, I really can't be running around with it. Don't get me wrong, I holler at them, I talk to them, but as far as, you know, going with them and participating in the things that they participate in, hey, I can't do that.
So they're around the same age you are?
Yeah, now they are.
And they still committing crime?
Well, a lot of them have changed. A lot of them have stopped committing. A lot of them did, you know.
All right.
Some of them, they still committing crime, but they changed their methods.
Right.
You know. And I mean, some of them we used to do burglaries, car thieves, and even occasionally a robbery. But now, man, look here. I'm gonna tell you what they're doing. I ain't gonna tell you who, but look here, man. They doing what you might call white collar crime, but they still doing crime.
Scamming.
Yeah. Say they'll go into Walmart. They'll Walmart too. They'll go into Home Depot with some money. They'll go buy a lawnmower. They take it back. You know what? I'm not gonna tell you this because if I tell you this, you might try it yourself.
You can tell. Go ahead. I ain't gonna try. I probably already know.
But see, that's the problem. You go into prison and you just learn how to be a better cook. And eventually, if you keep doing that, you're going to still get caught up, man.
Tell us how it works. Tell us.
Now, I'm going to stop right there.
Going to Home Depot. Is that the gift card scam that you're talking about?
Hey, I'm not going to... I ain't trying to teach nobody about how to do
I already know.
So,
I already know.
I'm trying to inspire somebody
Right.
to do the right thing.
I respect that. I appreciate that because you don't want to send the wrong message. Because somebody will watch this interview and they'll take that one part and they'll go and try that instead of listening to the positive message that you have.
Yeah,
All
man.
right. So,
but I don't do that. But I have seen a very, very close partner of mine that we used to do the stuff I just told you, but now he do this type of stuff, you know? And you know what? He really think he's A1. He think he's
untouchable.
Well, he think he really doing good.
Yeah.
He have a pocket full of money. But the stuff he's doing, he even go to church and try to preach to me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sitting there watching what he do.
Right.
You know? So he's still just as much as he used to do back in the day.
Only this time, he's not being aggressive. It's not aggravated. He's not kicking in doors. He's not pulling guns on nobody. He's pretty much doing it probably.
Well, man, say, any time that you take something that do not belong to you, or take something that you did not pay for, you know, you steal.
That's right.
You know, and then you want to go to church, and you want to preach. To me, you want to come back and preach to your friends, you know. He even told me, oh, you don't believe in God. Now, look, can't nobody tell you that you don't believe in God unless you say it yourself. Because nobody knows what your faith is. Nobody knows how you feel about God unless you tell them. You know? So that's why I say judge no one. Because only God know everything. Only God knows everything about you. I don't know everything about you. So I cannot point my finger at you and say, you don't believe in God or you going to hell. Because just like a bird, if I put my finger at a bird, I say, there goes the bird right there. By the time I get through saying that, the bird way over there. You see? So you never know anything about a person in order for you to be the judge. So anyway, but look, you do have to make certain decisions. Jesus said, do not judge according to appearance. He said, but judge with righteous judgment. Now what he meant by that, that's in John chapter 7. But what he meant by that is that you do have to make discernment about the people that you're going to run with. You know, you have to discern whether or not this is going to be a good person to run with, because friends is just like an elevator. They will either take you up or they're going to take you down. So if they're going to let you out, where it stops. A lot of times it stops in the jailhouse, in the penitentiary. So you got to make determinations about the person that you're going to associate with, you know. And so that's the type of judgment. But it's not the type of judgment that's determining this person's fate. So we can't do that type of judgment. Only God can, you know.
Right.
But you do have to, you know, be vigilant about the people that you associate with, you know. Because hey man, the wrong association, I don't care how much you like them, or the thing with us is that we want to be cool, man. We want to be big timers. We get out of the penitentiary, we want to come out, and in the next few weeks, we want to be rolling in big cars, fancy cars, slabs, and we want a pocket full of money, and we want the girls, you know what I'm saying? And so in order to get that, we try to do it quick and fast.
How do you feel about the celebratory functions that they have when people come home from prison? Like, it's almost like now you see more people celebrating and having big parties for people to come home from prison as black men versus having parties for young black men graduating from college or, you know, graduating from high school. It's like prison, coming home from prison is like the biggest thing that's what we celebrate the most. It seems like. Do you see that?
Man, look here. Now,
Do you feel like guys should have parties when they come home?
okay, I'm gonna answer that.
Yeah.
I'm realistic. You know, I'm not gonna pretend to put on no front. And I think that anytime good things happen to a person, I think that should be celebrated. You know, now the type of celebration though, what you do in the celebration, now that's another story. You know, but yet still to have a bunch of family members come together and people come together, you know, to see you. I mean, I think that's one of the best things that can happen. You know, especially when he's getting out of prison. Because when everybody comes, and he just got out of prison, they really showing him that they there for him, that they willing to be a source of support. You know, I mean, if you get out of prison and don't nobody show up, everybody here you can get out, but nobody show up. You know, that'll make you feel like, you know, don't nobody care. You know, ain't nobody there for you. You see? So I think some of them other parties that they have might not need to be celebrated. But one like that, man, I think that really needs to be, you know, I think family and friends really need to come together, you know, and welcome him home, you know.
Right.
So that's one of that could have been one of the best feelings for me, and it would have really helped me. Because for one thing it would have did, once I seen all my people coming, I could have got information, phone numbers, and so then I have somebody I can call or somebody I can talk to when I need it, you know.
So how was it when you came home? I guess you did. How many beers did you do?
Actually,
your longest stretch was what, 10 years?
Yeah, the longest I've been here at one time was 10 years.
Okay.
But I did 3, 4, a few more 3s, and another 4. But when I added all up, it added up to about 30 years of my life.
Yeah.
And I have to include the juvenile stuff, because I was in detention then. You know, that's when it started.
And what was the boys' home you in?
I was in Giddings State School.
Giddings State School?
Yeah, Giddings State School.
Where is that?
That's in Giddings State.
Okay,
you know,
all right.
Up there by Dime Box, you know.
Okay.
LaGrange and all that area, man.
But you from Houston, correct?
Yeah. Well, I was born in Warden, Texas.
Okay.
And I stayed in Warden, Texas till I was about 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
My mom and dad and them had stayed here in Houston since I was about 4. But after I got about 9, I stayed with my grandmother at first. My mom and daddy came and got me and brought me to Houston. Mm-hmm. So I've been to Houston since I was 9 years old. And I had went there. They were staying in Southwest. Mm-hmm. Little place called Piney Point.
Piney Point. Okay.
Piney Point.
Is that that's off Fondren, huh?
Yeah, Fondren.
Yeah.
You know, probably about the middle of Piney Point is Fondren, where it crossed Richmond.
Yeah.
That's about the middle. Back then, man, back in the 60s and 70s, it was nothing but black folks staying there. Mm-hmm. Now, you know, a lot of black folks have sold their property and stuff, and so it's starting to get, you know, diverse now. Mm-hmm. But anyway, it ain't the same. But most of the time, I have lived in 3rd Ward, Sunnyside, and South Park. Mm-hmm. You know, those really my stomping ground.
Yeah.
However, a lot of time, man, that really not should have been the place where I should have been running around there. You know? Yeah. Because that helped contribute to my criminal mentality. Mm-hmm. Because I run into a bunch of brothers that I run with that we was always to the same thing. But, you know, right now, I'm still in Sunnyside.
Yeah.
But now, I'm like, man, I can't do that stuff no more. You know?
Right.
I can't even find it in my heart to steal anything. I can't even steal anything from, if somebody set it down and they still standing there, I tell them, hey man, just that is your stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I walk up, I'm going to the store, I see money on the ground,
that's yours.
Hey, I'm gonna pick it up and put it in my pocket.
I know that's right.
You know, I'm not here trying to bullshit nobody.
Right.
All right, but
now let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If somebody come back and they say, hey, I dropped a $20 bill down there and that was 20 that you picked up, what would you say then?
I have to think about that, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in front of this camera and go lying, okay?
Right.
I'm like, you know, if it was down there, wasn't nobody around, and it's just there, if I don't pick it up, somebody else will.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I pick it up, and let's say 5, 10 minutes later, somebody come back and say they dropped it, but I already got it, I ain't gonna lie, I would probably keep it. Okay, that's, hey, I can't lie, okay?
Yeah.
But the thing is that, I'm not gonna try to steal nothing from nobody. If I find something, then that's different.
Right.
Hey, man, I'd be lying if I said I was going. I found it, I give it back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
you know they have a lady that I think one of those banks they messed up and they sent the lady I think $1.2 million in her account, and they trying to lock the lady up behind that. You know, it was their error though. You know, lady had, I think she ain't had much of nothing in there, but she got there and it was 1.2 million. So she went and bought her house, bought cars, you know, she got situated. How you feel about that?
well, I had to give that a little thought because, for one thing, like you said, it wasn't her fault.
Mm-hmm.
And she go to her bank and check her account and all that money on there. You know what I would have been thinking, man, that maybe one of my people done died somewhere and left me that money. You know? Because I didn't know where it come from.
Right.
And I'm not wrong for going to and spending it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So but not the people, wherever it come from, if they try to charge me for that, then I will explain to them what happened, how I got it. And, you know, if they want to confiscate anything, then hey, I just have to let them confiscate it, man. You know? Mm-hmm. Instead of locking me up. You know? Say $1 million. It's not worth me doing no 5, 10 years on. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Because you can take all of that, but just let me be free.
Right.
See, I wake up each morning, I feel like I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed because my feet is on the ground and the ground is on top of me. I'm blessed because I'm free. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you something, man. One of the best things about being, you know, well, for one thing, we never free anyway. Right. You know? Just like when you're in prison, you have rules you have to obey. And same thing out here in the world. When you're out here in the world, there are rules you have to obey. When you violate them rules, you know, you get locked up. So you're never free to just do whatever you want. You know, you have to follow the rules. You know, if everybody going, if all these cars going down the freeway, if all these cars going down the freeway, everybody got to stay in their lane, man. Mm-hmm. If one car get out of this lane, it's gonna cause a big wreck. Somebody might get killed. You know, maybe even women and children. You know, so everybody must stay in their lane. Out here in this world, when you get out of prison, hey man, we have to stay in our lane. You see, so you're never free. You know, when we think of free, we think that okay, we can do whatever we want. Now I'm free. I'm free to do whatever I want. No, never like that. You know, as long as you're on earth. You're never free to do whatever you want. You know, you have to be helpful to other people because there's many people in this world, and we have to be a source of help and support to somebody. You know, because somebody's gonna depend on us for something all the time. You know. I mean, if we just want to run around, we all for ourselves, we ain't worried about nobody else. Say, hey man, you ain't gonna have too much help yourself. And you're gonna need help, you see?
Right.
So we have to humble ourselves. Quit trying to be the big baller, shot caller, you know? Because hey, I know some ballers, shot callers, what you might have made it, but I know a bunch of them got killed. Also, you know,
right?
A bunch of them ain't here no more. Hey man, a bunch of them, hey man, That really not. A bunch of them in prison, you know. So it's right now, it's right here in Houston, Texas. I know some big ballers, shot callers, but guess what? They doing legitimate work, you know. They're not going around, man, doing all that crime, criminal, monster, gangster shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, man, see how much when you get out of prison, one of the best things you can get, find you somewhere to work, you know. Regardless of what kind of job it is, as long as you can make you some money.
Mm.
Come here.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Oh, I need you now.
Yeah, I'm ready to go to sleep.
Okay. I see, I'm getting up.
Yeah, she's coming.
Okay, say, one of the best things you do, get you some kind of job where you can make you some kind of money. That's the first thing. Then number two, you need one of these right here, man. Come here. Yeah. Say, look here. You need you one of these where you can wrap your arm around and be comfortable and warm at night.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
Say, man,
I understand.
say, oh, how I missed this, you know, when I was locked up.
Yeah.
And so why would I want to go back
When you got all that.
and leave this here alone
Yeah.
for somebody else? Come on, man. I'm going to do the right thing, you know?
I know that's right.
Hey, and this, believe me, it's one waiting
Yeah.
for all of y'all, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But look, as I point,
Thank you, Mama. Okay.
you know, hey, as I point,
Uh-huh.
I just want y'all to know that the main reason that I'm on this video, the main reason why I'm trying to talk is because if I knew then, when I was young, what I know now, there is no way I would have started out my life that way. I would have got on the right track. So let me tell you something. When you're out there stealing, robbing, you're not working on a legitimate job. When you get old, you get 65, 70, to where you can't do anything, hey, you're gonna need some money. But now you're all messed up, you can't work. When you try to apply for Social Security, they're gonna tell you that you need a certain amount of hours of work credit when you work under SSI. So if you ain't worked under SSI for a certain amount of years, you're not gonna be able to draw SSI. All them old papers going around in the prison talking about you can get this, you can get that, just because you've been in prison. Hey man, that is a lie. Okay? I have tried that stuff, man. But, okay, you can get disability, but if you get disability, that's called SSDI. Now you can get that, but the only way you can get that, you got to have doctor records, you know? Doctors have to send reports. They're gonna go and try to draw them up. So the thing is though, if you don't work, you get old and you to where you can't work, you know, what you gonna do then?
Yeah.
You know? Hey, man, but if you do start working while you're young, all you youngsters in there, you know, all y'all in your 20s, in your 30s, y'all need to get your job, man. Put something into that Social Security so that when you do reach 65 or 64, whatever, that you can draw SSI and get you a check every month, you know. Otherwise, without a disability, without that work credit, you won't be able to get nothing. Okay? Don't believe those papers that they send around talking about you can get it for being in prison. Talking about PTSD. You know, hey man, that's bullshit. Okay? Anyway, I'm just here to try to reach out to somebody to try to help y'all. You know, just like me. I should have changed my life a long time ago. But I encourage each and every one of you, even you old gentlemen, you know, to change your life, you know. One thing you have to start with, you have to get a relationship with God, you know. I don't know what you believe, what kind of God you believe in, but if that God can cause you to live the right way, then you can follow that God's word, you know. and believe in that God, because God is real. You can believe that. And so, you know, I wish all y'all peace and blessing, you know. And hopefully, I can talk to y'all again sometime, you know, because I got many, many things that I can talk to you about.
Well, that brings me to this subject, Mr. Lemon. I would thank you. I appreciate it. I kind of want to backtrack. You were dropping so many gems, I had to let you run it, man.
All right.
But I do want to touch on a couple of things, and I hope you don't mind. But I kind of wanted to go through your charges, you know, so the people will know, you know, what you actually went for.
All right. Look here, the first time I escaped from the Gillis boys' home, and while I was escaped, I live in Houston. I'm way over here in Gillis, Texas. So in order for me to get home, me and my homeboys that with me, we broke into a building and we stole a truck. And so we drove on to Houston. And we rode around that truck for a couple of days. Then we abandoned that truck. We stole another truck. We got busted in that truck. All right, so the first time I went, I had burglary of a building and auto theft, you know. So I got 5-year probation for the burglary, and I got 2 years for the auto theft. That's the first time I went. You know, they sent me to prison. I did a year in prison. And I got out, and then I had 5 years to do on probation. So, now the second time, I had burglary. You know, what? I broke into an apartment, you know. And actually, you know, I broke into the apartment, I would have got away. But one of my homeboys that was with me and him broke into it. Hey, this nigga here snitched on me. Excuse my language. You know, excuse my language. But, you know, let me tell you what he did. He, we broke into the apartment, and this girl had some butt naked pictures. Okay, I didn't want the pictures, but he wanted to keep the pictures. So he took the pictures. It was his car. He took the pictures, put them in his car. Now, he riding around. The law pulled him over. They searched his car. They find the pictures in his car. He telling people that he got the pictures from me. You know? So they come pick me up and lock me up. And then me being stupid, when I went in the house, I didn't even have no gloves on, you know? So they got my fingerprint. Then, the time when I was finna go to court, I'm sitting in the room, and I don't know why, but guess what? They got the door open, and this same dude, they walked by the door with him, and I see him. I was like, oh man, he finna snitch on me. He finna testify.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was for burglary of a habitation.
Okay.
That was the second time. The third time is I had stole a car, and the car had a wallet with credit cards. And so I took the credit cards out of it because I knew this lady that buy credit cards. And so I'm going to take them to her. But I get busted in another car, and I got the credit cards in my pocket. So they charged me with credit card abuse. The fourth time, I go for delivery of a controlled substance, cocaine, crack. I sold to an undercover police. That was the second time. But you know what? That was in 1989 for that drug case. Now that was swinging doors then. Y'all know how that was. Now you get. I got 18 years for that. But on that 18 years, I only did 2 years. And they let me out, you know? And as soon as I got out, they used to give us $200 then. As soon as I got out, I took that $200, went right back, the same day, went right back to my supply man. And I got me a re-up, and I went right back to work. Man, about 3 months later, I did the same shit. Sold to another undercover police, you know? Let me tell you how he got me too. I was walking through this warehouse, and I had just got me some stuff. And when I'm walking out, there's 2 guys sitting in the car, a black and a Mexican. The black man, he got a pipe in his mouth, you know, like and a lighter, acting like he's hitting the pipe. So I'm looking at this here, I'm like, damn, here's an opportunity for me to make. So I went over there. I said, hey, what's up? Oh man, not much. We looking for something. I said, what you looking for? He said, give me a 20. I gave him, I sold him a 20. When he got that 20, the other one on the other side jumped out the car with a badge and a gun, you know? And I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had about, I'm gonna say about 100 more worth of stolen.
Okay.
But I had them wrapped up in the cigarette cellophane.
Mm-hmm.
I took that stuff in my mouth and I swallowed it.
Mm.
He told me, he said, that's all right. He said, we got enough right here, what I sold to him. You know? He said, this is all we need. And our testimony, you know? So they took me to jail, offered me 25 off the top, because you know how that habitual status is.
Yeah.
They offered me 25 off the top. I said, no, I ain't gonna take it. Next time I went, man, they said, hey, you know we got you dead to the light. Ain't no way you can beat this. The only thing you can do now, you turn to 25. He said, our next offer is 35. I said, man, fuck y'all, I ain't taking no 35. They said, all right, send me off another month. I came back, the next one, 40. I said, hold up, man. I said, I tell you what, because I know I couldn't beat the case. I said, I tell you what, I said, just give me the 25, I'll go and take it. They told me that's no longer on the table. We can't do that. I said, well, damn. They said, best we can do is 26. I said, well, okay, because I'm not going to take no chance of me getting no life sentence, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to understand, I done had 2 delivery cases.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, there's no way in the world I can stand to get another one. See, like in Texas, they got that 3 strikes and you're out.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can get a bunch of strikes as long as they ain't the same thing. But if you get 3 strikes for the same thing, hey man, they really go, no,
Throw the book at you.
yeah, they gonna get you then. You know, you be an old, very old man when you get out.
Yeah.
If you get out, you know.
Right.
So anyhow, that's my case, man. 2 deliveries, credit card abuse, burglary habitation, auto theft, and a baby. So, hey, I never had, hey man, look, no offense to any of y'all, but, you know, I'm not a child molester, I'm not a rapist, I'm not a murderer. I know, now there have been times when I really felt like killing a motherfucker, but, hey man, I just, it's not in my heart to take away from somebody what God gave me, you know?
Yeah.
Because if I do that, I'm taking away from God, you know?
Yeah.
So I cannot, even no matter how much I want to do it, you know? So in order to keep myself out of a situation like that, though, I try to, you know, get along with everybody. I try to be, and I try to stay out of that business now, you know? They would call me to do something like that. You know, like selling drugs, doing drugs, you know? Any kind of wrong, it will put you in a position to where you really have to do something like that.
Right.
So you got to avoid the things that cause situations like that. Anyhow, I can't tell y'all too much about what you ought to do or none of that. You got to have the wisdom of your own, you know?
Right.
And you got to have the determination that, you know, you want to stay out of trouble and that you want to stay alive, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I just hope y'all, you know, can really get something out of it.
So, excuse me, those were all your charges. We've been out here since about 4:35 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
Those were all your charges, right?
Yeah.
Now I want to get behind the wall, inside the wall. What are some of your most horrific, you know, sightings or encounters, you know, guards and inmates, you know? Give us some of the stories from behind the wall.
Well, one thing, man, one of the most horrific story I can tell you is when I myself got shot, you know? And that was out here in the street, you know? Like I said, occasionally, back in the day, I used to try to rob, you know? but I try to hit dope houses. And one time I went to hit this house, and for some kind of way, I guess they knew I was coming. As soon as I walked through the door, because see, I'm tight, man, well, I ain't gonna tell you that either. I ain't gonna tell you how I used to do it. But anyway, as soon as I walked through the door, I walked a little bit into the hallway, they waiting for me, man, and they bust me, hit me right in the stomach with a 38, you know? But the bullet knocked me back out the door, so I ran out the door, and it was upstairs. I'm going down the stairs, I couldn't even walk no more, I fell down the stairs. And two white boys, I'm not gonna say boys because they men, but y'all know how we talk. But anyway, two white guys saw me laying there, and they helped me. They grabbed me and drove me into their house, and they called 911. You know, you know, if they wouldn't help me, I probably would be dead now.
You'd have bled out.
Yeah, that's why by me being black, I can't say that I hate white people. I can't say that all white people is bad. You know, I think it's a whole bunch of good white people. Now there are some bad ones. There are some that's prejudiced. You know, but not all of them. You know.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
yeah. I say I have met some real good white people. Man. You know, some white people I meet is better than the black people.
Yeah.
You know, so you know what I believe? I believe that right now, if I do get killed, I bet you it won't be by no white person. It's gonna be some black person that killed me. You know, so how I'm gonna walk around here hating white folks or Mexicans or any of that there, you know? Some of my best friends were Mexicans, you know? Me, I don't judge people by color, you know? Hey, the way I look at you depends on, you know, what kind of person you are,
Right.
you know? Regardless of what your color is. But anyway,
Character.
that's right.
Yeah.
Say, and all that gang stuff, man, say, some of y'all might not like what I got to say about that. You know, but look, I never joined the gang. They used to always try to get me to join gangs, but I couldn't see myself joining a group to where I had to do what somebody told me to do. You
Right.
know? And me, I'm solo all the time, man. I do what I have to govern my own life. You know, and I don't need no bunch of people to protect me. You know, I protect myself. I might get my ass whooped, but at least they know I put up a fight. You know, if they fuck with me again, they will put up another fight. You know, and I might win this one. You know,
Right.
so all that joining gangs, man. I believe that a lot of guys come to prison and they join gangs. Why? In my opinion, I might be wrong, okay? But I think they join gangs because they feel that they need protection. You know, they can't walk through the prison, live in the prison, and be on their own. They need help.
What was some of the stronger gangs in the units you were in?
And you know what? Really, I'm gonna tell you this. They had a bunch of different gangs depending on what city you come from. You know, and I'm not gonna mention none of the names. You know, because it's up to TDC to find out what gang is what.
Right.
Now, if I'm on this video, I start mentioning the name, and if I mention some name of a gang that TDC don't know about, then they're gonna start looking for that. You know?
Gotcha.
So they already know what kind of gangs they got. All the prisoners in there, they know what kind of gangs they got. You know. But to me, man, that right there, hey man, either they join a gang, either they broke. They want somebody that, you know, okay, they're gonna make spreads and spread with them and stuff like that. They need help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or they scared that somebody gonna jump on them and they need help. You know? But the bottom line, I believe, I could be wrong, y'all, but I believe that anybody join a gang, it's because they want help for something. You know?
Right.
But me, hey man, the only help I need what from the people out in the world that love me. You know? Because they're the only ones that can really just tell me what to do.
Right.
You know, say if I'm in a game, I might have 5, 10 years. The game leader or whatever he is, lieutenant or captain, come and tell me, hey, we want to do it here. You got to go do it.
Right.
Now, I got 10 years. I might even have 20 years. You know? What the fuck I'm going to go kill another inmate because y'all tell me to?
Right.
And if I don't do it, what's going to happen to me? You know?
They're going to kill you. Yeah.
They're going to kill me. You see? Them motherfuckers don't play. You know? Yeah. Anyway, see, I'm not going to put myself in no position like that. I don't see why y'all do that. You know? It don't make no sense to me.
Were you ever locked up with anyone that you felt was truly innocent and locked up for a crime they didn't commit?
Well, now that person right there, man, I'm quite sure there are some that got caught up in this thing. But me, you know, I can't determine whether they were innocent or not.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. You know, and really, I never really heard nobody say to me that they were innocent.
Gotcha.
You know, so in fact, you know what? Some of them come in there, they might be innocent, but you know what? They don't want you to think that they're innocent while they're in there. They might be got convicted of murder, but they're not gonna tell too many people I didn't do it.
Right.
In fact, they're gonna tell people, yeah, I killed that man.
I did. Yeah.
Why? Because they want to give themselves an image, you know, of being a badass.
Right.
You know, so won't nobody fuck with them.
Right.
You understand? So, but some people, okay, they will say, hey, I'm innocent. But me myself, I've never heard nobody tell me that they were innocent.
Gotcha.
So, and I'm telling you, I've been in there quite a while, and I know I caught all kind of individuals. And I've never had nobody tell me that they was in there for something they didn't commit. You know?
Right.
Yeah. So, but like I say, there are some.
So,
you know,
I want to touch on a subject that, very touchy, but, people, some people have the ends and, it's just a touchy subject. You've been in prison a little over half of your life, about 32 years, right?
Yeah.
How does the homosexuality play out in prison?
Oh man, see, I'm gonna tell you, it's bad. You know, it really is. It's a lot of times, a lot of guys now, they're not gonna tell you. You know, but you have some guys, they rape. I was on a unit one time, man, and this unit here was supposed to be a real respectable unit, nice unit, and stuff like this shouldn't happen. But this guy got in the cell with another guy, and man, he had took some kind of shank he made, put it to this guy's neck, and raped the guy, And even me, when I was in prison, I was 17 years old, man, and I was in the cell with a guy. He was older than me, and he used to try to mess with me, But I used to tell him, I said, hey man, no, ain't nothing happening, man, ain't nothing. And he used to try to come on with me. I come on back with him, So one night, he get up, put his dick in my face, Oh man, that's when the fight went down, And so they went on move me out the cell, But see, the thing is, man, ain't no punk with me. Ain't no homosexual. See, me, man, let me tell you this. Homosexual. Homosexual. The word homo means man. The word sexual means sexual desire. So any man have a desire to have sex with another man, he's a homosexual. You agree with that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that means that the one that's getting fucked and the one that's doing the fucking, they
both gay.
They both homosexual.
Yeah.
Because they both had desires for a man. Now some of them men got so much time, they ain't gonna never get out, probably. They might die in there.
Yeah.
And so they do that type of shit if they can,
Mhm.
you know. But then some of them just homosexual for real, you
Yeah.
know. But I mean that's life.
So have you ever seen it with your own eyes? You ever
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
gang rapes and stuff like that?
I ain't never seen no rape,
Okay.
but I've seen homosexual activity, you know.
It was in the showers or
Man, I'm like, you want me to explain?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm really giving up.
please.
Now, you know what? This is gonna be on video,
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna give up the game, okay?
Please, you can give up that game. If you ain't ratting on nobody, you ain't doing nothing. You know, that game need to be given up, I believe.
Did you believe?
Oh, most definitely. I don't agree with that at all.
I don't either, man.
Yeah.
In fact, in some of the cell blocks we on,
Mhm.
we don't agree with it either. In fact, the last time I was in jail, we really put 2 people out of the cell because of that. You know?
Mhm.
What they do, man, they'll go into their bunk, they'll hang a blanket over their bunk, and then they get in the bed together. Everybody running, everybody see them, you know, but they got the blanket covered the bed, you know.
Mhm.
And they're not, you know, doing what they do, you know. But some guys, man, don't allow that. But then most guys mind their own business. See what I'm saying? So,
I've heard of guards, even the guards, you know, coming on to the inmates.
well, hey, there are some instances where female guards. See, in TDC,
I heard the men guards too.
well, I don't know
You know,
about, maybe, I don't know nothing
Mhm.
about the men guard.
Yeah.
But I know the female guard
Hmm.
sometimes have sex with inmates.
Yeah.
You know, so, but men, maybe on the women prison, you know.
Yeah.
See, back in the days, man, when I first started going, they didn't have women working in prison.
Hmm.
I mean, they had nurses, women, they had women working in the commissary, but they didn't have guards.
Yeah.
And-
That's
but-
some of that's the dumbest thing I feel. I feel you go to work, you know, this is your livelihood, and you willing to give everything up for somebody who locked up doing 20, 30 years, and you throwing your life away.
But you got to think, man, say, some of these women out here,
Mhm.
some of these women, hey man, they lonely. They really can't get nobody that they really looking for a commitment. You
Yeah.
know? But they can't find that. And they might run into a dude out here in the street, he'll knock her down and then he gone, you know?
Yeah.
And so, but they looking for somebody, man, that they think will be there with them. So they get with an inmate, he's gonna get out, you know, in a few months, a year. They feel like, you know, when he get out, he might stay with me, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So they'll sneak in the closet with him or something, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, and hey man, there's some of them.
Or sneak items inside for them.
Well, hey man,
But I know you don't want to speak on that.
now you finna get me in trouble.
No, we don't have to speak on. Look, what's understood don't have to be explained.
Yeah,
We already know.
yeah. But anyway, hey man, you know, you gotta, hey, I'm gonna tell you, out here in this world out here,
Mhm.
man, you got a bunch of freaking women, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, you know what? So I'm gonna tell you what I did. I had got me a new phone, right?
Hmm.
And so I said, I'm just gonna try this online date.
Hmm.
So I put in my information, and look here, man, my phone never stopped beeping. I had so many requests shooting at me to come over and all this stuff, man. Hey man, I try to take that off, man.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, seriously.
They were young women.
Man, got old ones and young ones.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of them.
What site were you on? Plenty of fish.
Hey, I forget them because I kind of, you know, after I seen what was happening, I kind of cut it
You
off.
ready to get off of that?
Yeah, I'm ready to get off of that, man. 'Cause, you know, hey, man, it was so many. You know?
Yeah.
Say, my woman know about it because she was looking at my phone, and she's like, what is this? You know, I said, well, before you come in,
Yeah.
you know, I used to just try it, you know.
Yeah.
But I never answered none of these requests. But anyway, but I thought to myself, I never really knew that there was that many women out here that's freaky like that. You know?
Right.
But oh man.
So I do want to touch on that too. You brought your lady in and you know, you spoke highly of her, and I see you happy. I kind of wanted to touch on that and how y'all met, and you know, You know,
well, how we met?
yeah.
We met. All I know is now look, I do like to drink my beer,
Yeah.
and one night I was drinking my beer, and drinking my beer, and drinking my beer, and the next morning I woke up, and there she was laying next to me.
Mm.
So, you know, after that, she ain't never left.
What?
You know, I'm putting it like that. And
Okay.
that's true, though. You know,
All right.
because really, as I think about how we met, you know, I really don't remember exactly what happened.
You keeping it real.
Yeah,
But
man.
but she still hit on.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what's up, man.
And she ain't going nowhere either.
Yeah. It seemed like y'all in love, like
Oh,
y'all.
man.
Yeah.
Say, you wouldn't believe, but I have tried to get rid of her. But guess what? She will not leave.
She ain't going nowhere.
And she told me she ain't going to leave.
Yeah.
And she told me she'll kill me before she let me be with anybody else.
Mm.
And one night I was talking to another woman, and she ran up behind me with a butcher knife, man, and poked me in my back.
Mm.
She didn't actually just stab me, but she did put a little poke in me.
You might need to stop talking to them other women.
Hey man, I can't. But see, I was doing that before I got with her.
Yeah.
And she saw what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's very jealous. You know, she's very jealous, man. And I know it's really not good to have a jealous woman.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that make it good to me is I really believe that I got me a woman now. I ain't got to worry about her leaving me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I really believe that I got a woman that really loves me.
Yeah.
See, you can get all the women in the world, man. They can be the most beautiful women in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But the most beautiful woman, to me, is for me to find me one that really, really loves me.
Yeah.
You know? Not just want to mess with me, man, because she think I'm a baller and all that. I got a nice car, you know. I'm cute and handsome. And she want to use me as a trophy, you know, and all that stuff. Say, but I got a woman that really, really loves me, you see. And I think that's the highest treasure that a man can find while he's living on this earth, you know, is a woman that really, really loves me, you see. You know, so I've been searching for real, true love all my life, just a woman that will love me, you know. And so what Lyle Jenner say? When you something like when you find somebody that loves you for sure,
Oh yeah.
you never let them go.
Yeah. You never let them go. Yeah.
Yeah, you never let them go, man.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. You let that woman that loves you go, then you go out there and get you one, man, that really don't care nothing about you.
Yeah.
And all she care about, man, is what you can do for her, you know, and what you can get out of them.
Want you for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as true love, no, man, anyway, I know y'all understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's what I have in this one. You know, I believe.
Yeah.
I really believe it. You know, 'cause
I believe it too.
Yeah, she done showed me, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we done been through some stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and she would not go.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I done opened up the door and told her, get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Go, don't come back, you know.
Yeah.
But nobody, she would leave. Boy, but before in the morning comes, she right back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I had to calm down, so now I got to let her back in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
She got her attitude straight a little bit, though.
Yeah.
But she's still there. You know?
Right.
So that tell me, man, that I can't get rid of her.
Mm.
You know? And then she know I'm on parole. That's another thing, too.
Oh, you still on parole?
Yeah.
Oh, how much longer you got?
Oh, man. The law that I'm under, really, actually, I done did 26 years.
Mm.
But the law I'm under, if you get out of prison and you're on parole, whatever how much time you have left on parole, if you don't do half of that time before you get a violation and get sent back, whatever time you spend on the street, they take that time on the street and they add it to the end of your sentence.
Mm.
See, like, if you get 26 years, then you're gonna actually have to do 26 years in TDC on that sentence. Now, if you're on parole, you ain't got to do 26 years. But if you're on parole and you can complete parole, then you done done it. You understand? But if you get violations, then that's 3 times you lost that. See? So that makes your sentence long. I have ended up doing probably like about 30 something years on a 26-year sentence. You know? Because my street times don't count. Anyway, man, so I'm still on parole. Right now, I get out 2028. I got the 26 years in 1992. You know?
Yeah.
So how many years is that? To 2028?
It's what, 2024 now?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got 4 years.
Yeah, man, that's way past 26 years.
Yeah.
But that's the law I'm under, you know. So anyway, I ain't worrying about all that, man. I'm, you know, for one thing, I done did on this sentence, I done did 19 years flat altogether. 19 years. When they gave me parole this time, I only had in one more year, I would have shot away discharge. But they wouldn't let me do that. They want to give me parole and let me out. So, but what that means is that, you know, if I do get a violation and I go back, and the longest they can keep me is 1 year. You know, and they have to let me go on. I shot away again because I've been did enough street time. I mean flat time, you know, to where they can't hold me no longer.
Right.
You know, because I did so much on it.
It's so much I want to talk to you about. I know we're gonna have to do a part 2, but before we get out of here, I want to know, are there any things that you still do that you learned in prison? You know, when you come home, you know, are you institutionalized, or you feel like do you make your bed the same way you did in prison? Do you talk or eat the same way you ate in prison? Like, you know, anything, make spreads, anything.
Well, let me tell you this, institutionalized, maybe a little bit. See, the thing is, man, is that I first started going to prison when I was a kid, 17. And I was in and out ever since. So what that means is that, you know, I never really had to take care of myself. You know, as far as, you know, providing rent, food, clothes, and stuff like that. TDC did all that for me, you know. So I never really learned, you know, how to operate and function in the world on my own. And even when I got out of prison, my mom took care of me. My woman took care of me, you know. I made money to bring to the house, but I did that by, you know, criminal activity.
Right.
So as far as just learning how to be a responsible, respectable citizen, you know, what they call it, hard-working, honest, decent citizen.
Yeah.
You know.
Law-abiding citizen.
Yeah, law-abiding. Hey man, I always had things done for me. You know. I mean, TDC washed my clothes. You know, TDC cooked my food. You know, TDC did everything. Man, I ain't had to do nothing, man. Just go work in the fields or whatever. You know, whatever job they gave me. You know?
Right.
So, and you do that for so many years, and now all of a sudden they put you out on the street, and now I got to do all this for myself on my own. Well, I had a problem, you know. So that's one reason why I really need me a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not very good at taking care of that type of stuff on my own.
Right.
Because I never really, you know, even before I went to prison, I was a kid. So mom and daddy did everything for me.
Yeah.
So, you know, I never really learned how to take responsibility on my own.
Right.
And I think that happened with a lot of us. And then, you know, one thing, man, that I really wonder about, you got guys down there, man, that some of them have been down there 30, 40, 50 years flat and never got out. And when they do get out, how they gonna live, man? Social Security, SSI, talking about you have to have a certain amount of work credit. A lot of guys might not believe this, man, but I done went through this with them. I've been dealing with them for about 5 years trying to get mine, you know. And it used to be okay. They used to just give it to, but now they done changed the law to the point where you got to have a certain. They sent me the paperwork about it. You got to have a certain amount of work credit, you know, depending on what age you are, you know. Like my age, right now, for me to get SSI, I would have to have 10 years work credit. Work credit means that you worked on a job under Social Security. That means they would take the Social Security out your check, you know, for 10 years. And I didn't have it. So they kept denying me, you know. But somebody talked to me and explained to me about some of my disabilities, which I do have disabilities. So I filed for SSDI. And when I filed for SSDI, I had to have doctor report, that they had to have doctor records of all this. And they wouldn't pull them up, man. And they finally granted it to me. But I'm thinking, man, some of these guys, they down there, went down there when they were young, don't have no work credit or not that much. When they get out, man, they really need somebody, man, that's gonna be able to help them, man. Because they're not gonna. It's gonna be hard for them to get a check from the government, you know. So, and I think, man, that's not fair. I think, man, that if you lock a man up for 40 years, 30 years straight, when you let him out, hey, man, the government should give some assistance, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, oh yeah, they'll let you go here and get you some clothes. They'll let you go. You can go to the food bank and get some food. And churches give out. But before I give you some money to pay your rent, hey man, I don't know, man.
Kind of fit it's like a setup.
Hey, yeah, it's messed up, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's not a good thing. You know, so, I really think something should be done about that. You know, a lot, back in the day, they always pass out these, they used to have a flyer paper going around, talking about, oh, you been in TDC, you can get this, you can get this. I tried that, man, and hey, it's not true, you know?
Yeah, it's not true.
No, it's not true, man, you know? I don't even know why they sending that stuff around, man.
So everything that you saying through this interview, you just letting people know that it's not cool to go to prison like people think it is.
Hey, that right there. So let me tell you something. When I was a kid, when I was like 16, 17, I used to see guys older than me. They went to prison and they get out of prison. And they say, oh, he just got out of prison. So I'm thinking, man, if you go to prison, well, it doesn't make you a bad motherfucker. You know? Shit. I want to go to prison. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can be bad like that, you know? And that's actually what I was thinking as a kid, you know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm running around the neighborhood, and I really want to be bad. I want everybody to look at me like a bad dude, you know? And so they wouldn't mess with me, you know?
Yeah.
So I couldn't wait to go to prison. And I mean, I ain't gonna say I couldn't wait, but I really didn't care if I go to prison. Because I figured if I went to prison, then when I get out, everybody look at me, oh, he been to prison.
Yeah. Where do you think that come from?
Well, they think prison is a very dangerous, violent, which actually it is in a lot of ways. And if you survive, you know, then you must be a badass. You know,
Yeah.
by the time you get out. And so everybody, well, I don't want to mess with him, man. He's been in prison, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of, I wanted to have that reputation in the hood, you know?
Right.
So I didn't care about going to penitentiary. You know, I feel if I go to penitentiary, I have a big name for myself then when I get out. You know, that's just stupid thinking, man, of a kid. You see?
Yeah.
You know, I thought all dudes go to prison were bad dudes when they get out. You know. So I think the same thing is probably going on today. You know.
It is.
Yeah.
Look, I felt the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that same outlook.
Yeah.
And it's messed up, and I think I don't know where it come from, man, but it's messed up. But you know you want to be that badass. You want people to respect you on that level, which is dumb as hell.
Yeah.
You know, and you just think I don't know why us as black men feel that that's the way to go. Well, it's really not.
Yeah,
it's
man.
really modern day slavery.
But you know what? Say, but that's that type of thinking entered into your head when you're a kid.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's the difference. See, when you were young, because see, you was locked up before I was even born.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you ain't had the rap music and all that
No.
to influence you. You didn't have the crazy video games
No.
and all that. So you were just influenced by the actual neighborhood and the people that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
Hey man, what I was influenced by, actually, man, was just having some money in my pocket.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Back then, you know, I was born in the '60s.
Mhm.
I really didn't start running around though until about the '70s.
Mhm.
And everybody was dressing sharp.
Mhm.
Oh man, the women love you if you got a nice car.
Yeah.
You got sharp clothes, you know.
Mhm.
And we had them high heel shoes.
Oh yeah.
The platforms.
Yeah,
you know.
platform.
Yeah,
Yeah.
say you had all that on. You remember that movie? Huggy Bear was in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
At the platform.
Yeah, the
with
platform. Yeah.
With
fish in it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And, see,
Yeah.
back in the days, that was sharp. Yeah, bell
Yeah.
bottoms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, it'd be plenty of women coming at you then.
Right.
So in order to get all that, you got to have some money.
Yeah.
And that's what influenced me. You know, not the music. You know, we used to listen to Al Green.
Yeah.
And
Temptations.
yeah, Temptations
Yeah.
and Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
all that type of
Right.
music. Cause like you said, it wasn't no rap. You
Yep.
know, like Curtis Blow and all them Sugar Hill gang.
Came
about
later.
Yeah, they about the first. And I think about the first one probably was what's his name? Curtis Mayfield. One of them, him or somebody.
Curtis Blow. I think
No,
you said.
no. It was another one. A lot of people don't know about that, man. But one of the first ones that come out rapping.
I don't know.
It's been a long time since
Yeah.
I heard it, but anyhow, we didn't have that type of influence.
Right.
But the influence we had, we kids, and we sat back looking at all the older
Yeah.
guys, the players.
Yeah.
You know, they running around there, Shaw,
Mm-hmm.
big fancy cars
Yeah.
with white walls and smoke.
Yeah.
And but they getting all the women, you know.
Yeah.
So, hey, shit, I want to be like that too, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what influenced me to want to have some money, you know.
I tell people all the time, I say majority of us men are locked up behind a woman, or
Well-
behind trying to impress a woman. If not, you know, domestic violence or something like that. A lot of the stuff that we do are really to impress women. You know,
See.
I would say, you know,
Hey.
unknowingly, you know, you just trying to be that guy.
Hey man, you know what? I don't want to sit here and put the woman down
Yeah.
and just put all the blame on the woman,
Mhm.
you know, because the man got to take his responsibility too.
And look, I'm not putting the blame on him, but I think a lot of stuff, you know, the macho behavior that we have, you know, it's just like the animal kingdom.
Well, I'm put it like this.
Mm-hmm.
In the Garden of Eden,
Mm-hmm.
the devil came after the woman.
Yeah.
He wanted to get to the man, you know, because see, by him getting to the woman, he really wasn't accomplishing anything.
Mm-hmm.
But in order to really bring the human race down, he had to get to the man. You know why? Because God gave authority to the man.
Yeah.
In fact, when God gave man the law telling him that he shouldn't eat from that tree, the woman hadn't even been created yet. He told the man, don't eat from this tree. He gave man dominion over everything. The man even gave the woman her name. So the man had authority. And the man was the one who was directly told by God, don't do this. See what I'm saying? In fact, he was told, see, it was his job to instruct the woman. So actually, if you look at it, if you read the book, she wasn't even created when God told Adam this law. So actually, I believe Adam had to tell her what God's law was.
Yeah.
And so when the devil came, he opposed her, and he said, hey, did God really say don't eat from this tree?
Yeah.
That's what he said. Did God really say this? Why would he ask her that?
Right.
Because when God told Adam, she wasn't even created. So he knew this. So why would he ask her, did God really say this?
Right.
He didn't go to Adam and ask Adam, did God, Adam know God really said it. So the woman says, yes, God said, but see, God said we should not eat it and we shouldn't even touch it.
Right.
But God didn't say don't touch it.
So look, Mr. Lemon, we're gonna have to wrap it up because
Okay.
I didn't tell you this, but or I might have told you a little bit. But the sun coming up now.
Oh,
And-
man,
and
I feel it too.
Yeah, and I can't be in it. So
And I'm getting sleepy too.
oh, okay, yeah.
because you had me up all night.
Man, I'm so sorry, man. I mean,
Say-
that's how I gotta move.
say,
Early
but-
morning and at night, man.
But it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
I just wish I could, inspire somebody, man, to, if I can just get one person, to change their life, man, to realize, man, that, crime, being all this here, being all this here, being a big time, a big baller, hey, man, ain't none of that worth it, man, when you're sitting back there behind them bars.
That's right.
So I just want to leave that with everybody, man.
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate you here.
All right.
Thanks for being a part of RB3 TV. We are out.
All right, man.